Okay, here are two charts. The first one is called the pump and dump scheme chart. And with this chart, there are two phases, the pump phase and the dump phase. During the pump phase is a 4-step process. The first one is called the pre-pump value. The second one is when the group loads up on the stock. The third one is when the group promotes the stock. The fourth one is when the schemers sell the shares. And in the dump phase, we have the selling triggers rapid drop, the panic selling, and just people holding on forever. And for the second chart, we have a bubble chart right here. So generally there's 4 different phases again: stealth phase, awareness phase, mania phase, and blow off phase. During these 2 phases, normally is under the radar and it doesn't get into the mainstream YouTube and such. But in the mania phase, this is where the interesting things happen. We have the media attention, the enthusiasm, the greed, the delusion, and the new paradigm. And after that, we have the blow off phase, where things just kind of fall down the cliff. Now I'm going to show you some videos and you tell me where we are right now.
We go ahead and we make a lot of money with AMC. Let's just say I have 2,000 shares of AMC. It moons to 5,000. I have $10 million.
Maybe where AMC is kind of at right now, 19, 18, and then all of a sudden $30, $39, $43, and slowly day by day, 60, 70, 147, slowly. And then all of a sudden one day, they went up 7,500% in that 1 year.
This is what decides whether we hit $100,000 or not. And again, it's looking really right now. I think we can easily hit $100,000.
Easily 100,000. Let's take a moment and digest that a little bit. Okay, quickly pull the calculator here, and let's say 100,000 divided by the stock price right now at $26, 3,800 times, and we'll easily reach that. Emphasis on the easily. Oh my god, what am I even watching here? So in that first video, he mentioned that we have 2,000 shares of AMC and it moves to $5,000. Then we have 10 million. Just like that, we have $10 million. And then the rest of the video, he goes on about like how to spend that $10 million. Buying a couple triplexes, buying a couple franchises, and just rip the rest. Is that phase? That is not if it's gonna happen, but when it'll happen. So it's a matter of time that it will reach $5,000. And let's plan how to spend this money right now. The second video, pretty much laying the AMC stock price right now to what happened to GME back in January. So they just back up everything and kind of line up GME to $30 to AMC's $30 right now. And then he just retraced what happened to GME during the moon phase. Wait. Amazon was once at $30, tracing back to April 2003. Does that mean that every stock that reaches $30 will become the next Amazon? Or better yet, Steve Jobs' birthday is February 24th and dropped out of college. Everyone who has these traits will create the next Apple. This is a classic case of confirmation bias, where we do anything and everything to back up our bearish and bullish case. Here's one more example. Look at this comment. GME blew up 2 weeks after the 3-day weekend. And we're having this 3-day weekend right now. Again, we're looking for identical patterns to support our case. I guess you get this strategy from day traders. Pick a couple variables that's worked in the past and go with it. Is that even a profitable tactic? If the roulette numbers come up 0 or 00, we'll get the number 17 over the next 3 rolls. And the third one was most ridiculous of all. 100k easily. As we just briefly calculated, the multiplier was 3,800 times. Let's look at the market cap right now, 11 billion times 11 billion. So if AMC reaches 100k, they would have a market cap of $42 trillion. Now let's type this in. How much is S&P worth? According to Google, how much is the total market value of S&P 500? Click inside, approximately $23 trillion. So you're telling me that AMC would be worth more than the whole S&P 500? Easily? Okay, let's go back to this bubble chart. As we spoke about before, this mania phase is where the YouTubers come in. And right now, where do you think we are? Is it just like the media attention? No, I think it's a little past that. Enthusiasm phase? Greed? Delusion? Or new paradigm? I think we're maybe between these two phases, the delusion and the new paradigm, somewhere between here. And looking at this pump and dump scheme, these YouTubers have been pushing the stock for the past like 2 months maybe. As it shows right here, the stock will jump after they start promoting. I think in one of the live videos last Friday, they had about 40,000 people watching live. And these 8 fans were just donating like $25, $50, $200 left and right. So I did watch the live stream for a little bit, and over the course of like 30 minutes, there was like $1,000 plus of super chats. And that's just like 30 minutes. And this guy live streamed for 7 hours the day before when AMC shot up like 40%. So under this chart, where do you think we are? Like somewhere along the lines of this area maybe? And these are all reasons why I'm shorting the stock for 50k. So exactly how am I shorting this? I'm not shorting the stock straight up, because as we saw in the case of GME back in January, things can pop like 10x within like a 2-week time frame, and then it falls back 50% and then back 80% down. But I really don't want to experience this 10x pain. So let's say if I shorted 50k straight up of AMC at $25 and it pops to 250, then I will have to shell out 500k, or have the margin to shell out 500k. And for most accounts, they wouldn't have that much. That's when they get margin called and they get the shares and positions liquidated. I wouldn't want that to happen. So what I've done to short this stock is limit my risk at 50k. Let's take a look. Okay, so here's my position. It's called AMC Bear Spread. AMC September $35, $40 bear call. 100 contracts right now is down 7.8k. Okay, if we go inside, this is a multi-leg option where I've sold 100 contracts of $35 calls September 17th. Let's just look at this contract alone. So last Friday, I believe the stock shot up to like $36 in the morning. So with this position alone, these options were at a high of $17 that day. 17 times 100 times 100 is 170k. So just this position would be down 170k. But wait, here's my insurance, where I have the 100 contracts of $40 call September 17th, and these at this peak was at about $15. $15 times 100 contracts times 100 shares per contract is 150k. So at its highest point, these would be worth 150k. So ultimately, I was down like 20k in the morning at its peak, because 17 minus 15 times 100 times 100 is 20k. But what's my mindset behind all this? Is that I feel we're between this delusion and neo paradigm phase. I wouldn't know where the top is. It could have been last Friday when the stocks shot to like $36, and now we're just on the way back down. That could be the case. I don't know how long this phase is gonna last, but what I do know is that it wouldn't last very long. These phases comes and goes. We've seen it with Dogecoin last month. If we just go on YouTube and type in Dogecoin to $1, this was a whole hype 3 months ago. 3 months ago, everybody was saying that Dogecoin is gonna hit $1, Dogecoin $1, $1 a Dogecoin. There was even a Dogecoin millionaire. And now we're on to the next thing. We're saying that AMC is gonna hit $50. Just last Friday, that was a hype. AMC $50 by Friday, and now things are even getting more ridiculous at AMC at 100k. AMC 100k is absolutely possible. And look at this one. We have 500k of AMC share price is a realistic price target. Put it at the calculator. We have 500k divided by $26, 19,000 times. And it's a realistic target. What's the most ridiculous part is that these people have 35,000 subscribers and this video itself has 80,000 views. Okay, so this same person mentioned that it'll hit $50 on Friday. Here's why. And why there will be a 100k short squeeze. 144k views. If we compare the two between the Dogecoin and the AMC, we look at the chart. Dogecoin, everyone said it will reach $1, and let's see how high it got. It got to a peak of about 73 cents. As we can see here, 52-week range is 73 cents. So that's about a 30% discount from the high. Now let's look at AMC. Everyone was saying $50 was a realistic possibility last Friday. Let's take a look at how high it got. It got to a high of $36. Right here, it's $36.72. So $36.72 is approximately 30% off the $50, which is approximately the same for the Dogecoin. I'm not saying that there would be absolutely no chance that I'll hit $50, and I really don't care if it hits $50 or not. What I do care about is how long this hype will last. If it dies off over like the next 10 days, and it drops back to the teens and it slowly tapers off like that, then all my premiums would be in the money. So if I look at my bear call play right here, I have 100 long contracts and the total cost basis was about $6,000. So that's the maximum amount I can win. But my max downside was at 50k. If we look at the risk versus reward, is that I'm risking 50 to get the 6. And on the other side of the coin, someone's betting the 6 to win the 60 for the 10x. And I'm betting against that. And drop a like in this video because it doesn't matter if you're bullish or bearish in the stock. I'm kind of helping the cause either way. If this stock moons to like $50, $100, $100,000 like you guys said, then I'm contributing to your gains. So this 50k is all yours. And I really have nothing against these AMC apes. I short everything. I short Tesla, Neo, Xpeng, the vaccines. I even shorted Palantir, which is my heavily owned stock. Sometimes I just play the momentum. So save the dislikes for a different video. I'm contributing to the cause. If it does moon, I'm contributing to it. And I'm okay. I'm perfectly fine with it. I'm just making a play. Just like how all your diamond hands are. And speaking of diamond hands, it's kind of strange because I look at investing a different way. This AMC play, if I was in it, it wouldn't be my make or break play. There would be so many plays afterwards. So why am I holding on to this one forever? I can always double up, triple up, 10x, cash out at least a little bit, at least your principal, and just move it onto something more solid. It's okay to speculate, but somehow if we turn this speculation into like a real investment, 10, 20 years down the road, you'll look back on this play and you'll be like, why didn't I just put some of this money into Tesla or Apple? The real companies of the world. Why did I hold past this complete phase right here? This peak that went 10x, I didn't cash out. And it just slowly tapered back down to 1x, 2x. Just because someone said you should have diamond hands and not paper hands. Who is this person on YouTube that said the peak is at 100k? Like, how do we even justify 100k? If we don't hit 100k, we never sell. We drop back to $1, we'll still never sell. This diamond hand concept doesn't apply for everything. It only applies to solid companies who can make a change in this world. AMC is not one of them. GME is not one of them. So that's my 2 cents on these pump and dump schemes. We see it every single month, every single year. I applaud you if you can profit every single time, but just consider moving some of this money into real investments. We need to know that this is not a game. There's no ultimate hedgy boss to fight. There are no squads. It's one of the biggest casinos out there, and there are billions of dollars behind every play. When the panic selling comes, the ape squad will rush to sell it before you do. Things are nice and dandy when everyone's profitable, but when shit goes down, it's going to be free for all. Drop me a like in the video if you found any value. As always, thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.